Hey guys, it's Jen here. I wanted to show you guys how I'm making a butternut squash macaroni and cheese. This is a great side dish to take to any party, potluck, or holiday dinner, and I am preparing this for our dinner later tonight. So I wanted to get started. I am kind of a little busy right now, so I typically will buy a whole butternut squash and cut it up myself, but gratefully the restaurant or the grocery store that I go to sells it pre-cut up. So this recipe calls for 3 cups of butternut squash, so I'm going to have about a cup left over to, hey Hannah, I'll have a cup left over later this week to roast as a side dish for another dinner. So what I've done already, I've done some prep work, so I've got my, what I've done already is I have the butternut squash that has cooked for 20 to 25 minutes, kind of at a low boil in the chicken stock and some 1% milk. So that cooked. Now what I'm going to do is blend it. The recipe calls for using a food processor or a blender, but I have an immersion blender. I don't know if any of you guys have one of these. This is kind of my lifesaver. You just kind of put it right down into the soup like this and it'll blend it real creamy and smooth. So I use this also if I'm traveling to make my Shakeology. It'll blend ice, like you can just pack it in your bag. It's a lot easier and portable to pack. You can kind of pop it off like that and easily clean it. So super easy, immersion blender. So I'm going to blend up next. What I'm going to do is blend up the butternut squash that's already cooked. Again, like I said, in the chicken stock and some milk. And then I'll put everything together. I've got my oven preheated at 375. And just bear with me for a second while I blend this up, okay? So immersion blenders are super fun and easy. So I would probably spend about another 5 minutes blending that up to get it super creamy. It might be easier to throw it in a blender if you guys have a blender that's large enough to put that in there. So what I'm going to do next is I'm also the type of cook that I like to keep, not make as many dishes as I need to, so I'm going to pour everything into the pot and blend it in here instead of putting it into a bowl, because I try to have as less clean as possible. So what I've gotten done so far, just to kind of recap, is I've already got the pasta cooked, so I've got a pound of whole wheat macaroni that's cooked, ready to go. I sauteed some 2 red peppers with a medium onion, so that's been sauteed. I'm going to dump that in here. Here is my pasta. So again, that's 1 pound of whole wheat elbow macaroni. I'm going to dump that in here. And then the recipe calls for Gruyere and cheddar cheese. My family, my kids will not do Swiss cheese, which is kind of like our Gruyere is like a similar to a Swiss. So I just went ahead and got a triple cheddar bag of shredded cheese. You can also, if you have the time, shred your own cheese. It is much better to shred your own cheese if you have the time. Today I don't. So I just went ahead and bought 2 cups of shredded cheddar for my kids. Again, the recipe calls for 1 cup of Gruyere and 1 cup of sharp cheddar. I'm just putting in 2 cups of a cheddar blend. And then it also calls for 2 tablespoons of plain Greek yogurt. So that is going to go in here next. Add that all in. Get some salt and pepper real quick. So I don't know about you guys, but mac and cheese is one of my absolute favorite meals. And there's nothing better than being able to kind of sneak in some veggies. All right, so I'm going to mix all this together. Again, like I said, my oven is been warming up at 375. I've got a 13 by 9 dish behind me that's already been sprayed. I use the spray coconut, is it called coconut oil? Yeah, Nonstick spray. And this is going to go in the oven, and it will bake at 375 for, I think it says, let me just check this recipe real quick. I want to say it's 25 minutes. Let me just double check here. Yeah, 25 to 30 minutes. You can top it with some parsley. The last 5 minutes, I'll probably top it with a little bit more cheese, just to make it look pretty. And you can use parsley to make a nice little garnish when you pull it out. So So let me bring my pot over here. So this is all ready to go. This is the messy part. All right. Let's go ahead and pour this in. And this makes a ton, guys. I think it says it can serve 10 to 12 people, so it makes a lot. You probably could half this if you're just making it for your family for one meal or 2 meals. I'm not sure. I'm not a big fan of freezing things that have milk or creamer in them. I just feel like they don't do as well. So if you're just making this for like a family of 4, unless you have you know, older sons that can eat a ton, you might just want to half this if you're just having it for a meal. So here we go. This is the product that's going in the oven. It will bake, like I said, at 375 for 25 to 30 minutes. The last 5 minutes I'll probably top it with a little bit more cheese, and it'll be all ready to go. So this is a healthy version of a mac and cheese. The recipe is on the page already. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to me and let me know. But I am super excited to try this mac and cheese. I mean, any way we can make mac and cheese healthy is a win for me, and everybody in my family loves mac and cheese except for my husband. So, but I'm sure he'll try it. All right, thanks guys so much, and have a great Sunday and a great week.